Still watching Game On right here on Aben TV every Monday to Friday from 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. We are joined with yet another special guest, just like the first segment. That is Godfrey Tebandeke, the Chief Executive Officer of a certain sports charity organization, and he's here to talk about what they do, what they stand for, and the rest will be getting in details in the next 10 minutes or so. Good afternoon, Chief. Can I say Chief? Because then obviously you have a title called Chief Executive.
Godfrey is fine.
Godfrey is fine. Usually in Nigeria they say Igwe, or they have that thing of chief. In Africa or Uganda, to be precise, they have boss. So I'll probably stick to Godfrey Tebandeke. How have you been?
Good, thank you.
You've been good.
Yes.
Let's quickly get into this charity sports organization. Tell us about Tucheze International.
Tucheze International is a sport for development charity. It's currently registered in the Netherlands.
Okay. And
basically we give out free sporting equipment.
Okay.
Sports equipment to
for all other sporting disciplines, or for just one in particular?
For all.
For all.
But it's mainly football, because football is a lot easier.
Okay. It's commonly known.
It's popular.
Okay.
It's also easier to get football equipment.
And also sponsors from other people.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but we do netball, volleyball, football, obviously. We do athletics. We last Saturday we had boxing for the very first time. So yeah, we are looking at expanding. We're also looking at rugby at the moment.
Okay. But quickly, Mr. Tebandeke, obviously looking at what you've just given us a bit of an introduction, what is the purpose of this particular organization? Is it just supplying equipment, or there's something else to it?
Well, it was born out of, the charity was born out, Tucheze International as a charity was born out of the giving out of free sports equipment.
Okay.
This is something that was born in my family. But what we were trying to do now is to prepare sporting youth for life after active sport. Some of us, we were sportsmen as well, we were footballers, but we never made it to the top. So that's why we want to help others as well, to learn life skills, vocational training, farming, and about mental health as well.
Mr. Tebandeke, could I say that this particular charity is more of a father and a mother to the fallen sportsmen and women who haven't been recognized, or haven't gotten the chance to play, say, on professional level? Or is it a charity that I'll probably say, just like you've said in the first segment, that you're only known for giving out stuff and help to prepare or nurture talent? Because if that's the case, then I would probably relate you to an academy, only that in this case here, you don't ask for funds.
No, we are not an academy. We actually equip academies.
Okay.
We equip academies, we equip schools, we equip religious institutions, we equip village teams, town council teams.
Okay.
And we've equipped hundreds of teams actually, but it's a bit personal, I would say, because mental illness is something that is personal.
Okay.
My brother was called Charles Kayemba. He used to play for AC Villa. Okay. And also the national team, the Cranes, and he was top scorer in the league. Okay, at the time? In 1997, 98, I believe. And then
was he in the regime of Fimbo Mukasa? Or?
Yeah, Andrew Mukasa and Hassan Mubiru. Those were teammates, and Edgar Watson. Okay. And Akim Magumba and the rest. So he committed suicide because of mental illness. So that's why we wanted to include mental illness
as part of the program.
As part of the program, to raise awareness and also to help fight stigma. Okay. I personally, I also struggled with mental illness a lot. Okay. Because it's something we don't understand in sport. We have another case, Andrew Mukasa. Oh yes. So yes, people, it was Uganda's record top scorer, I think. Definitely, yeah. He probably be forever. But because of mental illness, he wasn't able to continue his talent. He retired quite early. Yeah. Okay. So we have these problems. Even now, we have lots of sports personnel who are struggling with depression and stress, for example. In sports? In sports. Okay. Because of the pressure. From their job affiliation? Yes, yes, okay. Their job now, because now it's professional. They may not be earning much money, but it's a professional setup with the clubs here, with the sports clubs here. All sports clubs here are almost professional. Okay. And the pressure is too much. Okay. So this is something we are trying to address.
Mr. Godfrey, if I may ask, obviously it sounds like a job that requires teamwork or a team of people to actually, execute such, roles. Given the fact that you're not just equipping other, particular sporting discipline, but you're also nurturing, you're creating awareness, you're sensitizing and teaching as well. Do you have a team of people that you do work with to have all these roles achieved?
Yes, we have a team of volunteers. Very many
volunteers. Yeah. Across the country, or?
Yeah, across the country here. Okay. One of them is your colleague, I believe, Muroka Thomas.
Oh, okay.
And lots of other volunteers from different, all forms of life, all walks of life. Not just sports personnel, but we have something in common. One thing in common, we love sport.
Okay.
So it's not just mental illness we are looking at, actually. We're also looking at vocational training. Like I said in the beginning, I tried to make it in football myself.
It never happened.
In 2005,
I did, and I wasn't selected because I was very tiny and probably my skin color. But
I actually had trials at FC Cologne. The people in Kamoch, I know the story. Kamoch.
Back in Germany, yeah?
Yeah, in Germany.
That is where the man from Argentina used to play from, Ariel Ortega, yes.
Yeah, so I did make it, but later on in life, I trained as a plumber.
Okay.
In England. So we are trying to equip sporting youth that even if they're now fully fledged sporting professionals, we can train them. They can be roofers, they can be painters, they can be plumbers like myself, electricians, mechanics. They can learn so many things in terms of vocational training. Okay. I'm a good example. I didn't make it in football. I played.
But you made it elsewhere?
I played village football. But
you made it elsewhere.
I trained in England as a plumber.
Okay.
And these kind of skills have helped me a lot.
In your general life?
You have to do what you call cheo.
Okay.
And so many other things I've learned. So we want to equip them as well.
Besides you, Mr. Tebandeke, are there any living examples as far as your project since it was started?
Living examples, yeah. In terms of results, tangible results, just to make it clear, I did not start the project. Okay. It started in the family. Like I said, my brother, Charles Kayemba, when he was scouted in 1994, 96, I believe, around there, he was 16 years of age.
Very tender.
He was one of the youngest ever. Like, he was I think he had just gone to senior one or something. Okay. Around there. Anyway, he was scouted by Villa, and then he played for Villa for a while, and then he was loaned to State House. Okay. So we used to keep all the sports equipment at home. It was the welfare of the club. State House, also Villa, for both clubs. At State House, then it was taken back to Villa. So we always had sportswear at home. So we were always the center for sports equipment. And every end of season, back then in the 90s, clubs used to be quite rich. They had rich sponsors. Okay. And the standard of living was quite very low. Yes. So yes, for 500,000, someone would buy plot of land or something. Yeah, I remember my brother used to rent a room. What, 2,000, 5,000 shillings? Yes. Around there. He had TVs and sofa sets, and he had all these gadgets. Well facilitated. Yes, yes. So those days it was really okay. But anyway, that's why we started giving out sports equipment. Okay. With the rich heart that you have based on personal, experience with your brother and all that, moving forward, how many youth are we talking about here? Because it looks like you don't have an age limit. We have an age limit. We have 6 to 30. That's our target 6 to 30 years of age. Yeah, 6 to 30. That's our target group. And I'd want to think at 30 probably you're trying to give someone hope. Well, that's the thing. Like we said in the beginning, we are trying to equip sporting youth for life after active sport. Okay. So our target is 6 to 30 officially. But obviously we have, for example, Saturday we had the team coming from Luwero. Well, that's where our center is actually. We are trying to build a center there. We are doing our farming programs there already, teaching these guys how to do modern farming cheaply with the help of our Dutch friends. So that's an adult team, for example. Most of them were above 30. So we also equip others that are above 30 to enable them to do their sport.
All right.
But 6 to 30 is the target.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tebandeke, for coming through, and I wish you best of luck in that project or charity that you're running. Hopefully the blessings will definitely come through. And that's, of course, Mr. Godfrey Tebandeke, the Chief Executive Officer of Tucheze International Sports Charity. And we'll be back after this small break. Stay tuned on Game On.
Game on. It's game on. We are big.